Sensitivity is intelligence. With grace and skill, you have abundance. Welcome to the Psychic Hour Reading Show. Host Kelly Brickle is a psychic medium, numerologist, healer, and teacher. Her passions are learning about the soul and energy. Whether through spirit, emotion, or vibrational numbers, there is always a pathway of information waiting to help. Now, here is your host of the Psychic Hour Reading Show, Kelly Brickle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Psychic Hour. Hello. I'm Kelly Brickle, and this is the Psychic Hour Reading Show. It's a place to connect as well as a place to be read today. We do a mixture of featuring wonderful people with an interview format, and then we just have fun and give back to along the way. So I'm going to bring in Minty in just a moment. I want to say a hello, everyone coming on in. We're warming up the algorithm. Facebook has been kind of, slower to give out the little beams, I've noticed. We're warming up the algorithm. I'm okay with that. But welcome. I want to say hello to CJ. CJ was in here earlier. Hello. And hello, Jess. Hello, it's great to see you. Hello, Jennifer McCormick. Hello. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for coming on in. We're going to be going into readings in just a little bit. So I want to just bring up the fun a notch, and I want to bring in Minty right away. So hello, everybody coming on in. Here we go. Hey, Minty.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing good. The energy has been so, like I was telling you before, it's been kind of taking me for a whirlwind today. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, sir. I'm pretty good. Feeling in quite a positive light. So it's been a good day. It's been nice and chilled.
I'm glad it's been a good day. That I can only hope for. I love your orange bagpipe shirt. Oh, wow, that
Thank you.
changed. Did you see that? It changed on its
No.
own.
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't I
Okay.
didn't even touch anything and it just changed. I'm telling you the energy.
That's
Huh.
cool. I love that.
Let's see. It's cool, but I can't change it back. It's
That's
frozen.
okay. That's cool. Don't worry.
It maybe we're gonna really confuse people with it being spiritually imperfect right now. Oh
It's
my
all
gosh.
good.
I can fix it, but I literally have to refresh. It will kick me out. I come back in. So we'll figure it out. Look, Michael. Look, do you know Michael Christopher?
I do. Yes, I do. Hi, Michael. How are
Okay,
you, mate?
Michael, this is your show. This is his show, Spiritually Imperfect. When you came in, it switched on and I can't I can't I can't fix it right now unless I leave. He's laughing. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's weird. Isn't that weird?
That's crazy.
It is
That is
crazy.
absolutely crazy.
Let me try to work with what I have for 2 seconds. I'm gonna take this off and put this here, and then look at this. Look, we're back.
That's
Okay.
cool. That works.
Yes. Like, I'll do what I can. Or even this one. Do you like this one better?
That one works as well.
You just tell me what.
I am easy. I really am that simple.
I'll take it. I will take it. Oh my goodness. So, please, Minty, for people who
Mm.
don't know about you, you've been doing this for over 30 years.
Yeah, it's
You've been a
33
reader for a
years.
long time.
33 years is when I actually became professionally reading. But I started my training from the age of 5, all the way through until I was 13 by my grandmother. And she was an amazing witch and medium herself. And she realized that I could see and hear spirit. And she helped me develop and work with various different tools, including crystals, pendulums, cards, Ouija boards. Um, and it's like I can, I don't like, I like runes, but I can't read them at the moment. And over the years, when I was 13, I started working alongside her, having my own little table at psychic fairs and doing my own readings. And
Wow.
33 years later, I'm still doing readings.
So what was the first time that you did a psychic reading at a fair?
13,
13.
when I was 13 years old, sat next to my grandmother at, she had her stall. My stall was right next to hers at 13 years old.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Did you know right away? You're like, I want to be doing this for the rest of my life.
Well, I'd been training since I was 5. So I'd always grown up with spirit ever since probably before I was 5 years old. Um, it's one of those that I always say a spiritual path isn't just a hobby or a job you pick up and put down. It's a way of life. And it's been my way of life of how I adapt it into my way of life and my way of living.
And it is just fueled into every other part of you, I'd imagine.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think also it's like, I mean, if you look at artists, if you look at musicians, if you look at writers, they're all spiritual in their own way. They're all still channeling a message in their own way. We're just channeling a message in a different way, but we're all still on a spiritual journey. We're all still on a spiritual path. And that's where that comes into it.
I agree. No matter kind of what I was doing, as long as I had a soul connection to it. So I do believe that it helps to have like a passion and interest, like a flow of flexibility with your energy. But I've always loved food. I always loved health. So when I was
Mm-hmm.
cooking or, at a store, when I had a job,
Mm-hmm.
working with supplements, it's like energy would come through, messages would come through, and I would know what the person needed, or, spirit would be like, don't recommend that one, they'll return it. And I would be like, oh, this is nuts. And they would come back and return it because that's not the right price. So it's like, it was just channeled
Yeah.
because we don't have to be right. We don't have to. I love having cards. I love having.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need them to have a spiritual life and to be a medium. We don't have to be professional readers. We naturally are readers of energy.
Well, everybody is spiritual in their own
Yes.
way. Everybody is spiritual in their own way. And I always describe it, everybody has different strengths and weaknesses in different areas, the same as an artist does. For example, I've got friends of mine who are artists, they can pick a pencil up and draw a masterpiece. I can't draw a stick man. And then I've got a friend of mine that can also pick a guitar up and play an amazing tune. I can't play an instrument. I'll give it a go badly. But we all have different strengths and weaknesses in our areas. And it's because we're all living our own journey. We're all living our own path. So we're all spiritual beings having a human experience at the end of the day. But everybody is born with intuition. Everybody is born. I always say the basics are when you walk into a room, you know when someone's happy, you know when someone's sad, you know when someone wants to be left alone, you know when someone wants that interaction, because that's what we read first. The words that we actually give to each other is 5% of language. We're reading 95% energy all the time. You can tell by pitch, tone, their energy instinctively will give off whether they want that interaction or not. And that's where it starts from. Those are the starting blocks to doing what we do. We just tap into a different frequency. We tap into a different level. That's how we get different loved ones come through on
I
different
agree.
frequencies.
I agree. Like psychically, you can be very fascinated by people and keep opening those little subtleties for some really fascinating information of why we do what we
Hmm.
do, but also with spirit, um, just understanding human nature and for them to be able to tell their stories through us.
Hmm. Yeah, very much so. And again, it's like people said to me before, what if you've got two mediums on the stage and they go to the same person, but they both give different readings? I said, because they're picking on different frequencies. So it doesn't mean one's better than the other. It doesn't mean one's right, one's wrong. It just means that they're coming in at two different angles. And we all work in multiple different ways. You'll never find two readers work exactly the same way. But it doesn't mean that one is better than the other or one is worse than the other. I mean, some of my grandmother always taught me was you'll be no better than anyone else, but you're no worse than everyone else. We all just work individually, and it's about lifting and supporting each other.
I agree. I agree. I've had some fun experiences with that just in mind. Just having medium friends around if you're working or
Mhm,
if you're just together in leisure. Uh, someone loved one might come in and they're really talking about jewelry or they're really talking about being a farmer, and then
mhm,
you're taken to, oh, someone might go, why is he talking about corn? Or someone will talk about, then, oh, your grandfather was talking about the land he owned and he grew things, and it's the same conversation, it's just
mhm,
different parts. Or I've been in a class setting where the teacher brought in like a family member, so she's like, come
mhm.
on in, and there was 8 people, and she didn't tell us that she brought, um she didn't tell us that it was all the same person. She just says, we have somebody here and everyone's going to
Mhm,
tune in, and
mhm,
you might get different things, you might get similar things. She didn't make specify that it's like it's going to be one person and one person only, and so
no,
everybody got bits, and she's like, yep, that's all my grandfather, but
mhm,
different times in his life, different
yeah.
phases. And we were like, whoa, that's because we all describe somebody quite different. It was great.
I think also one of the other important things, and I've been saying this to one of my students recently, don't be afraid to get no's. You know, someone can't take the message. If someone can't understand what you're talking about, that's perfectly okay. We're never going to get it 100% right. But also, at the time the person's getting the reading, they can't remember all the details. The amount of times someone will go, no, that doesn't make sense. And then a few days later, hey, Michael, how are you, dude? A few days later, they'll come back to me and go, you know, when you said this, oh, this was related to this, so it did make sense in the end. And I'm like, I'm always grateful that people will give that feedback back. But I always say it just shows us that one of the other things my grandmother always said, and it's so true, none of us are perfect. So no one is ever going to get 100% spot on right readings. So I'm not saying they don't happen, but not all the time. And it's okay to get the no's as well, because it just means we need to work that little bit harder. We need to interpret that message to make sure that we try and get it as right as we can.
I think so. And I think on some days the no's just help us, and they're great because it steers us into the right direction. And then when we're learning about our own energy, if we're getting no's, it lets us know that we really have to take care of ourselves because we
Mm-hmm,
are not able to be in flow. And that's okay. That's human. That's okay. And to be
mm-hmm.
responsible, how to work with our energy. But most times, I would imagine you wouldn't, go, let's go for a professional reading, and I'm not having a good day and I'll probably get all no's. But I think it's
I don't think you're not putting that intention out there. But I
healthy,
think
right.
it's important to letting people know who are on the beginning of their spiritual journey to know that it's okay to get the no's because it is part of learning and we're always learning. We never stop learning. You know, if we stop learning or if we think we're going to be if we think we're perfect, then that is the time when we should be giving up because then we're not doing it for the right reasons. But I think it's equally important to certainly for people who are starting on the journey thinking they've got to be perfect all the time, or they've got to be bang on all the time, that it's important to say, if you get a no, don't panic, don't worry, just ask spirit for more information or move on to the next subject.
Yes. Yes. Keep it going, keep it flowing.
Mhm,
If there's anything that is grabbing your eyes in the comment section, I want to say hello
mhm,
to some people. Jess again, hello. Charlene, Gascon, hello. Michael Christopher, thank you for all your. He just gives such fun energy, and so does Jess. Michael says, yes, we have to trust the message and don't be afraid to hear no. I agree. Uh,
exactly. It's interpretation at the
exactly.
end of the day as well. So if we're interpreting it, it's all in perspective.
That's what it is, right? Life's a great perspective, and to have really reverence with that, even when it's our job to get things pretty much close to right, we still have reverence for the great perspective of life. We do not live the same way. We're unique facets of the universe, all of us, and we're here to teach each other in our uniqueness and differences, and to have love for each other in that. And that can be quite difficult.
It really, it can, it can.
Well, we're really trying. So I have come, how can I put this? I used to come into this work loving objectivity. Like,
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, this work, it helps to personify truths. And I still have great respect for that side of thought too, but
Hmm.
I've relaxed so much more into just the honoring of people's perspectives, and feeling like that's okay.
That's cool.
It is cool.
Hi,
Everybody,
Danielle.
hello, Danielle. Hello, Maggie. She's saying hi to you, Minty.
Hi, Maggie. Hi, Jess.
Courtney Lopez. Jess says, yes, I think having self compassion, doing the work, because we are literally talking to energy. Yes. Yes, we are. And energy can talk back. Hello, Tamir. I wanted to say up top, hello, Mir and Tamir. Hello, hello. Hello, Allison. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Okay, let's go into some readings if you're ready.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Okay, so I'll be doing a mixture. However, I'm guided. I'll be doing cards, maybe some numbers, some color reading, psychic. It's just honestly, it's a psychic hour, so that's just how I work.
That's cool. That's cool.
And then just let people know how you're working too, and they'll reach out to you. So the way that I work, please, everybody, in order for me to come to you, you have to say, I want to have a reading. That lets me know that you're up for it. And I will make sure that you're here when I choose you, so I know that you're present with me. Minty, do you have any preference how to start?
I don't have any preference on how to start. I'll be using cards myself, but I am also going to be channeling spirit as well.
Beautiful. So Minty is working with spirit and mediumship. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Hello, Sandy. Hello. Thank you, Michael. He's sending us good vibes. All right.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to start with some numbers. I just
Hmm.
really am really drawn to numbers. I'll just open up the space, Minty, and then I'll hand it off to
Cool.
you.
No worries.
You just let me know how you'd like to work. Um, Happy Wednesday from Raven. Happy Wednesday. Hey,
Hey, Raven.
Raven.
Thank you for
Hey,
popping in, mate.
Lynn. Lynn's coming to say hi. Hey.
Bye, Lynn.
Okay. So, everybody who wants a reading, please, can you put down your numbers? Can you put down your date with your month and the day? So, and please write it out, because if you're in the UK, it's going to be backwards to how it is in the United States or another country. So, please write out like MAY for May and then put your number. Okay, so Jess is first. I'm going to go to Jess.
Cool.
Jess, all right. Do you have a question, or are you looking for a general, Jess? Thank you, everybody, for your birth dates. I can pop over to you later. I appreciate you putting them down. Jess, I'm just going to give you a moment to respond. Would you like a general, or would you like a question? Okay, she wants a general. Thank you so much. All right. So, my goodness, where's your birthday? Where did it go? There it is. All right, so you are an attitude 5, so you have 5 energy and a large point of who you are, and also you have that 8 energy born on the 8th. And so with the 5 energy, if you can understand this, Jess, like, you are somebody who is naturally spontaneous. You're somebody who, I feel like you're so naturally curious, and you're fun loving, so you don't get bored. But it's kind of funny, and that's why I'm phrasing it this way, because you can all of a sudden go, I'm bored, but then you can remedy that. You can fix that quite quickly, but you get that feeling of, I need stimulation. What am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? So your brain is very, very bouncy, and that's actually a great part of who you are. you are prone to having a lot of adventure. And so you're like, yes, I don't like to plan. Yeah, planning's actually not good for people sometimes with this placement because it deals with the energy, again, of spontaneity, chaos, um, you know, like fun. It's almost like life creates itself as you go, and you just kind of fall and trust that. Um, let's see. So it's you're in a 6 month right now. So this month, if you can understand, it calls for tempering a little bit of that spontaneity because there's family stuff going on. I know that we're a little bit earlier in the month, but if you can understand this, there's more family stuff and trips and planning coming in to the mix. So it's almost like you gotta kind of buckle down a little bit more, even though you're still gonna be your awesome, fun self. You're saying yes, spontaneous for sure. You can understand this, and you're like yes, makes sense with family. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna keep this a little bit quicker since we're starting it out, and it's almost like when I'm reading with other people, I'm like I can feel Minty holding the energy, and I'm like, oh my God, Minty, I want to give you some love. So I'm gonna pass this over to Minty in a second, and he can go wherever he wants to go. But with Jess, I'm seeing chess. I'm seeing chess sports, and so this is an acknowledgement to somebody playing chess within your family, or this is an acknowledgement to you actually having to plan a little bit. So it's not going to take away from the spontaneity of you, but whether you're teaching your children a little bit of strategy and poise, or you're utilizing that where you have to get really serious to make some plans coming up. Either way, thumbs up, and lean into some of that just for a little bit, and then you'll get what you need. So just lean into a little bit of the structure and discipline, and then you can have all the rest of who you naturally are along the way. So I just want to give that to you for a second. Okay. I hand that over to you, Mint. And then she said, totally makes sense.
Okay, awesome. Can I go to Sandy 1111, please?
Sandy,
She's a
you said
little,
Sandy.
yeah, Sandy 1111. She was a little bit further up and she's new here as well. So hopefully, Sandy, you're still here.
Sandy, are you
Hi,
still with
Sandy.
us? There we
I think she's
go.
on
Sandy.
YouTube.
Thanks, Jess.
I think
There
she's on
she is.
YouTube. She's coming up. There she is. Hi, Sandy. Thank you for letting me link in with you. As I was sitting here trying to link in, why do I feel like you're questioning your work at the moment? It feels like I need a new project. I need something new to do. And it just feels like it's like I'm at a crossroads in my life at the moment. Does that make any sense to you at all, Sandy? I'm not sure if you had a question that you wanted to ask. Sorry, I should have asked that first, but it was just they were wanting to come in and saying, now is the time to start looking at making the changes. It doesn't necessarily feel like a promotion where you're working now, but it does feel like it will be a promotion going to somewhere new. So I hope this is making sense. You're feeling totally stuck at the moment. I'm sorry to hear that. They're just sort of saying it's like you're, and I don't mean this disrespectful or rudy, but you're very much stuck inside your own head. It's like you'll talk yourself into looking, then you talk yourself out of it. And they're just sort of saying, get some time out in nature. I will bang on about being out in nature 100%. It's the best healing place ever. Hi, Jazz. Thank you for joining us. But I want to say, get out in nature, notepad and pen, write down what interests you, write down what sectors, because you're very much a counselor, a carer, a nurturer. And I just feel like you've been in this, I feel like you've been in a bit of a corporate world that you're not enjoying at the moment. Sorry, your boss is an idiot. That's why you don't like the job, because they're not listening to what you're needing to do, or they're not listening to making your job easier. And that's where the frustration or the butting of heads is coming in. But I want to say you're coming out of this like corporate area and you're coming more into wanting to nurture, care, and help others. But there will be new learning and new training and new courses that will come in for you on this one. I hope this is all making sense, by the way. Um, and they are saying to me as well, thank you for the confirmation. They are saying to me as well, changes are coming by the end of November. So I feel like if you start looking this week, you've got interviews starting to come in um, mid to late October, and I just feel by the end of November you'll be in a new job, and then that's going to also help you move because you also want to move house. Home isn't feeling quite settled, but where you are is where you're meant to be. So it's like get the job sorted, then you'll be able to move house as well. So I hope this is all making sense. Don't know if you can give me any confirmation on this, please. And just let me pull you a card for you. Thank you for the confirmation. And we've got, funny enough, you're going to laugh at this one, Kelly, when I reveal what the card is. We got one of Raven Adams' Lead of Energy Oracle cards here, the Scottish deck, and it's called Perspective, which was a bit of a conversation that we was having just before, and I've been shuffling away like a matter. But this is just about giving yourself a new perspective. This is about you finding the confidence and happiness inside yourself, recognizing the hard work you do, knowing that you're good at what you do. And this is what's going to be the driving force forward for you moving into the right space. Just very quickly, I've got a gentleman that's wanting to come forward. He's coming forward with a fatherly love. Don't think it's dad. I'm going to go more granddad, mum's side of the family. And he just wants to say he's always got your back. He couldn't be prouder if he tried. And he just wants to give you that push forward. He was a very loving, gentle guy, very family orientated, and he was always one for pushing you forward. I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps. And thank you for letting me link in.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, Minty.
Thank you.
Sure. All right. So I'm going to jump on over. Sandy, thank you. I'm going to go to Skylight. So Skylight, are you with me? You let me know if you'd like a general or specific question. You're saying thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. I just hope it made sense.
Skylight, you were just in here a moment ago. So Skylight, you come back if you hear this. I'm going to pop over to someone else. But if you hear me talking and your name, Skylight, just let me know that you are indeed here. Okay? Okay, here we go. Thank you, Skylight. May I have a message for my loved ones, please? October 7th, watching from Pamina. I can't, tongue twister, Pamina. Good Lord, I can't say the country all of a sudden. Thank you for watching in that area of the world. Thank you. And then you're saying, yes, I'm here, General, please. Okay, thank you, Skylight. If a loved one comes in, I will naturally allow them to come in. I'm just reading your energy, a little bit psychic of those colors and sorts. So, but thank you for sharing that with me. So you're looking for general and then loved ones if they come in. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so you are born on October 7th, so you have a lot of 8 energy. And so this means that you're a very particular person. You're one to sometimes overthink things and you have to relax. So life for you will be about reminding yourself to relax and allowing yourself to do the work and then just taking a breath. Because your energy naturally wants to account for so many things and to sometimes be a perfectionist or look at all the details. And so it means like sometimes more, or not enough. And it's just all about you did the work and relax. And then tomorrow you can come back and do more work if you want to excel, grow, be better, having balance. And you're saying, I'm a male. My name is Hans. Okay. Hello, Hans. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your name, Hans. What's coming into the mix for this month, and you say you can understand, just thank you. The energy is like really fast if you can understand this, Hans. So it's almost like we're a week in, but it's almost like a blink of the eye. It was like yesterday was September. And you're like, whoa, this is a lot. And what's happening is there's a lot of clearing and cleansing. And it's almost like you're feeling like different parts of yourself falling away. And you're becoming, I feel like naturally you are a compassionate person, but you're becoming more compassionate because it's almost like you forgive people more. If you can understand this, I feel like you've been reviewing your family and your friends and people around you and just saying they don't know. They don't know. I didn't know once. They don't know. And some of that anger inside of you is subsiding. And some of that confusion inside of you is subsiding. So it's almost like there's so much going on that the current of change is pulling you forward, but you feel like it is for the better rather than in the past when you felt more like out of control. It was almost like very, very scary and even anger producing. So it's like a huge part of letting go of the anger has happened for yourself and now for other people, even if you can understand this. You can understand this. Thank you. There's more to come. There's more to come. Thank you for understanding this. Thank you. There's an acknowledgement from spirit even to travel. So more encouragement of opening up the energy and we're talking about the energy perspective to further get at the perspective of how we were raised, even what our community and friends are like. And so spirit is coming in. So this is not a loved one. This is just kind of a consciousness collective, and encouraging you to travel. Okay, I don't know if you've already had planned for that. Sometimes I know if you've had plans for it, and I will say, I don't know if that's in the plans currently yet, but they want you to go someplace cold, someplace, I'm just aware of it's cold weather, beautiful skies, and journey and be one within nature. And those are some of the next steps, some retreats and some being within nature and to let go further. Okay. So allow that to come to you, allow that to manifest. I don't know if that feels like a big manifestation, but it is coming. Just continue to ask the universe for help with it. Okay. You can get out of where you live, you can get out of your circumstance, and there's journey and travel waiting for you. Just continue to ask the universe to help you let go and to become. That's what I'm getting for him.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Thank you, Minty.
That's awesome. Can I go to Amanda, please? Because she was asking about love, I believe it was. I think again she's on YouTube actually. Hi, can you give me a message on love, please? Amanda, if you're still here. Hopefully you are.
Let's see. Let me pull her up. You said Amanda, correct?
Yes, please. That's the one. So Amanda, if you're still here.
Thank you for understanding, Skylight. Excuse me, Hans. Thank you.
So I'm just waiting to see if she's still here.
Amanda, are you with us? Yes.
She is. Ah, perfect. Okay. Thank you, Amanda, for letting me link in. Amanda, you're asking about love, but I'm really torn between either there's a breakdown in communication or and I don't mean this disrespectfully or rudely, is there just been a separation? Because I feel like you're on your own at the moment, but it does feel like there's a connection or communication with a potential relationship. Does that make any sense? It just feels very kind of a bit in a storm, a bit complicated. Does that make sense at all? So yes, you are. Okay, so you is that yes, you are that you're in a relationship and the communication. It just feels like I'm in a bit of a storm at the moment. Does that make any sense? Just waiting for you to give me confirmation. Because it just feels that it's about finding me. And it feels like I need to be looking inside myself at the moment. And I'm needing to find my own happiness in myself first at the moment. So that's yes, that there's a bit of a storm or a bit of complication going on. So sorry to hear this, but I feel like you're very much needing to stand your ground, speak your mind, and speaking your truth. You're putting better boundaries in place. You're not being taken for granted anymore. And these decisions have been coming in for around about the last 6 to 8 weeks, is what I'm being shown or being told. And they're just saying, stick to your guns. Soul connection, not speaking now. I'm so sorry to hear that. I think at the moment, I don't necessarily see a relationship until early next year. And I see a relationship coming in for you around February, between February and April. It's those 3 months. But at the moment, it's about finding me. It's about finding my happiness, finding what is making me smile. Because it's as though I want to say, I've got to focus on myself. It's like I gave this a lot of time and attention, and it feels like, so sorry to say this, Amanda. I've always been honest about how I get things, and they're just saying, don't feel like it was wasted because this has shown you what you do and what you don't want. We don't always know what we do want, but if we know what we don't want, it only leaves room for what we do. I feel like there's someone new coming in. I want to say they're a couple of years older. They are much more emotionally strong in themselves and they will speak about their feelings. You've always had an interest in the spiritual way of life, and you need someone to match that interest. And it's about wanting to build together as a couple, and it's about lifting and supporting each other. And that is what is so, so important. And it's like you want that communication as well, which is equally important. I do see him working for himself, and I also see him not taking himself too seriously. So there's fun and laughter. But he will also give you space when you need it because you are someone that does need space. Reclaiming happiness and healing from me, I understand. Thank you for the confirmation. You are someone who needs space to yourself and time for you as well. And you need that quite periodically. It just helps recharge your batteries, is what I want to say on that one. They're telling me to tell you to go swimming more because you love being in water. So I feel like I want to either go swimming or I don't know if there's something, this is really random. Is there anything, is there such a thing as like water yoga or something like that, or some sort of water exercise? 'Cause I just feel like that would really, really be right up your street on that one as well, is what I keep getting shown. Coming again. Something about buying an old camper van and wanting to hit the road and do some traveling as well is what I keep getting shown as well. So I feel like I'm looking at getting a camper van so I can go to place to place to place. And you have a love for dogs. I keep getting shown dogs around you as well. So I hope this is all making sense. But you'd have your own zoo if you could because you like rescuing all the animals. I hope this is making sense. Just had a card fly out of the deck for you. So I'm going to show you the card. And I love this card because it's called Resilience. And they're just reminding you of how strong you are. I do need my space. It helps me and I'm used to it. I love the water and the beach, always gone my whole life. Love that. Thank you, Amanda. They just wanting you to remember how strong you are. You got great strength, great determination, great drive, great ambition. But remember, it's great helping others, but you can also help yourself as well. Like I say, Amanda, there is happiness to come. There is a long-term relationship to come. You will find that happiness. Find it in you first. Amanda, I hope that helped. Thank you for letting me link in.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Minty.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Let's see. There's more than one person I want to go to, so I'm trying to figure it out. I think I'm just gonna go to. Oh, she's giving you confirmation. Dogs would be my daughter.
I love that. Thank you.
Connected and show up at each other's readings. Okay. Oh no. Let's see. It's weird. Okay, I'm just gonna have to make a choice. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Jan. Okay. I'm gonna go to Jan and yeah. I'm pulled. I'm pulled. Okay. So, Jen, do you have a general reading you want to do, or do you have a specific question? Then CJ, saying Minty told me I'd be getting cats.
Thank you.
I want to update when you get some cats. Amanda, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So, Jan, you just let me know how you'd like me to tune into you. Okay. Yeah, you just let me know if you have a question. If not, I'm just going to start going into your energy. Okay. You just let me know. Okay. So, Jan. Okay. So you deal a lot with the energy of one, and let me see general reading. Okay. Thank you. So the number one really defines a lot of your personality. And what happens is you know what you want. And a lot of the times, advice or people's perspectives, it doesn't really matter other than if you want to hear it in that time, that place, that moment. Other than that, you know what you want, you know what you need, and you're very naturally stubborn because you just have that compass. And that is very important to reaffirm with you as in as yourself as a person. If you ever don't know what you want, if you are ever confused, that's your sign that you are um, like not doing well. You could be having a lot of um, physical health issues or even a lot of stress. That's your sign. I need self care. I need to slow down. I need to just take a break because normally you are quite certain of how you want to do the things that you want to do. If you can understand that, Jan. Okay, thank you for understanding that. Thank you so much. So this is what I want to do. I'm gonna pull some cards because I'm feeling guided to pull some cards. And I guess there's a lot of cards just coming out. Okay, that's cool. That works. Just coming out without me even doing anything. You are in a place within your life and even in your work. They're making me say the word work, where spirituality is really important, that you want to get a sense of community and a sense of, I'm going to use the word holiness, or you could use the word sacredness within everything that you do. So you have learned about what spirituality is to you, and now you're kind of like blowing the trumpet and you're saying, I want everybody to come on board and to experience this as well. So there's a growing place within this. So this is kind of the message that is coming in for you. There's a growing place within this because you're very, very excited, and everything is evening out so you can have what you seek. It's just be patient. And it's not always fun to be patient because you're just like, I know what I want. I'm excited. I kind of want to live my life now with these values more. How can I implement them? But they're saying that people have to catch up and you have to find the right people who are caught up. Okay, so this is a little bit of a time game. And so be patient in the transformation. Be patient in these goals that you're like, let's do this now. I hope that makes sense, Jan. Let me know if you can understand some of these things. You got the crown chakra card, and so this pertains to spirituality and awareness and being divinely guided. And then you got the victory and success card and the transformation card. Okay. And you're okay. Thank you for understanding. That's true. I now run my own spiritual church. Okay. That's so funny. It seems like that, but can you understand that how you're doing the work? But it's almost like it's like a group of women, or I want to say ladies. It's almost like you don't have what you need, even though it's close to being what you want and need. And then you're saying it does. Okay. So can you understand the piece where you're like, let's get this done, but it doesn't seem like the right team is with us? Okay, good. You understand this. Thank you. And so they're saying that I'm so sorry. It's like I'm making this message very clear to you. The time is not now. It's coming up. it's coming up. Give it a year, give it a handful of months. The time is not now, but put in the work, know what you want, and strengthen the vision and strengthen the leadership within you. And the leadership within you, as opposed to telling people what to do. Rather, you're going to show people who you want to be and how the church can blossom. So the walking example. But know, as you're the walking example, that excuse me, people need time to learn and to have the patience and to have the love and compassion and the grace for that. There's if you can understand, I don't know if you put on plays or if you put on events to make money for the church. It could be the service itself, but it's almost like there's going to be more opportunities to have events if you're not already doing them right now. And it's basically an ode to, again, I wish this was coming in a little bit more clear, but the message is of the right people aren't here yet, but get the stage ready. So they're talking about you as a leader and what you want to do with the church, and they're also talking about the physical stage, like the musicians, the singers, the speakers. It's almost like we need the entertainment for the church to bring life in, if you can understand this. I feel like productions are happening and we're trying to get things more out there. And the goodness and the high vibration of the church, it is radiating out. Just continue to take step by step and show everyone by your example. Okay, you're saying, yes, I do a few. I feel like there's more coming in and it will help raise more money. Okay, all right. So more productions are coming, more people with their talents to the church are coming, and the right programs are coming. So that feels good. It's just the message of the patience. All right, thank you. Minty, back to you. Thank you,
Awesome.
Jan. Thank you.
That's awesome. Can I come to Maggie, please? So, Maggie, I've just seen your question, so I'm presuming you are still here. And you're asking for guidance about a transition that's about to happen. And it's as though they're sort of saying, don't rush it, take your time, and have some, and I mean it in a nice way, patience is what is needed. It's like you're having to bite your tongue at the moment. Would that make any sense to you at all? Because it's not just one thing that's going on. You're changing areas in your life in I feel like in three or four different areas of your life is changing over the next coming actually 3 to 6 months. Does that make sense at all? You say okay, okay, but I want to say that it does make sense. Thank you for the confirmation. Appreciate that. And they're just sort of saying because it feels like I feel like there's home changing, there's people around you changing, but it's also career changes as well that's going on, and it's kind of like feels like it's going at 100 miles an hour, if that makes any sense at all. But it's the right move, it's the right time. Yes, 3 weeks and for the next 6 months. Thank you for the confirmation. It's the right time, it's the right move. The thing is, you're doing what's right for you. You've actually, for the first time in a long time, put yourself first. And that is what is so empowering and so important. So I hope that makes sense for you as well. And it is going to pay off, but it's just prioritizing. It's just making sure you don't burn yourself out. There are days off that you are going to need in between as well at the same time. So I hope this makes sense. It's as though I feel like you move in house first because it feels like home is changing first. That's the first thing that is really, really sped up. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Thank you. So I'll say that again. Can I ask a delicate question, Maggie? Is Mum in spirit or is she still here? Because I've got a lady that's coming forward that is just sort of saying, go for it, my girl. You're doing exactly the right thing. And she is just so proud of you for doing this. And she's just wanting to also thank you for everything that you did for her as well. You are spot on with all the words. Thank you so much. She's also wanting to say thank you so much for everything you did for her before she passed. So I hope this is also making sense as well. And she's saying that she's very much at peace and she knows my aunt was like my mum. Okay, thank you. Because she's looking at you like a daughter. That's why I was going, mum. But she's saying, um, say that again, she wants you to know she's very much at peace and she knows that you've got to say goodbye in your own way. So I hope this is also making sense as well. Deep amount of love coming through from her. She keeps talking about a ring that you were supposed to have had, but you didn't receive. I hope this is making sense. And she says, you need to ask about it as well. Thank you for the confirmation. She's talking about it's a small diamond ring, but it was something that she would have treasured or she would have loved, and she wanted you to have it, is what I'm being shown as. She wasn't materialistic. She was someone that would have liked nice things, like we all do, but it wasn't about materialism. She loved hearing your stories. She loved talking. She loved interacting. That is who she was. She would have loved her garden and she would have been quite a keen gardener. Thank you for checking into the ring. And she's saying you will love the new place that you're moving to because you're going to have a beautiful, she says you're going to do a lot of work in the garden and you'll make it look beautiful. So it is going to give you the outdoor space that you need. Show me that again. She is laughing though. She's saying, thank you. She is laughing. She's just saying, be careful with the driving, not for anything nasty. She just doesn't want you getting pulled over. She says you're a little bit heavy footed on the accelerator. You don't need to be in such a rush. So she's just sort of being, it's like a gentle reminder of just sort of saying you can slow down a little bit. She's also talking about getting back. It's like I'm looking at old hobbies you used to do. I feel like I'm bringing old hobbies back, and I feel like you're very creative or arty. I feel like it's more art, lots of driving and speeding. I love that. I want to say there's lots of creativity or art coming in, more drawn to drawing, painting, that kind of thing, rather than creating. But she's like, just she says, get the colours out again. Bring colour back into your life. Get the colours out. So I hope this is all making sense. Let me pull a card for you. But she is saying you are totally doing the right thing. And we got another one from the Scottish Oracle cards, which I absolutely love. And we got the seer. So I actually do feel you're also wanting to start your own spiritual journey, but you're trying to find the right group or the right class to go to as well. And it's just about, if there's one thing you can't stand is egos. They really irritate the hell out of you. You will not tolerate it or acknowledge it. And I don't blame you. Anyone that's saying, anyone, if you go to a class, and this is for anyone, and you got someone standing up going, you've got to do it my way, run for the bloody hills. They are not the person to be teaching you your spiritual journey because it is unique to everyone. We're here as guidance. We're here as guides. We're like living guides. We can share knowledge. We can pass on information. It's up to you whether you choose to take it or not, or if it resonates with you or not. And it's okay if it doesn't, because it means you're listening to your own energy and what you need. But she's saying, trust your intuition. It doesn't let you down. That's why you're so much of a counselor for everybody else. One last thing. Maggie, am I right in saying you've got a daughter? Because she wants to say she's proud of your daughter and she's been working hard over the last 2 years and she deserves the success that she's getting. I hope that makes sense. Maggie, thank you for letting me link in. Really do appreciate it.
Beautiful.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
Maggie smiling and laughing at the same time.
I love that.
Maggie, you have such great energy and beautiful reading. Beautiful reading, Minty. Okay. Absolutely. Right. There's more than one person I want to go to again. Yes, holy cow, daughter-in-law is going for a huge new
But
job.
you see your daughter-in-law like a daughter. It's like you look at your daughter-in-law as with a motherly daughterly love. She'll get the job.
That's a good thing. Jennifer had a comment for you up above. I'm gonna highlight that for a second. Jennifer, I'm so glad I caught this. Something been stuck in my mind since I've had a private reading with you, Minty. I'm opening international treat place, but second guessing, probably just fear on my side. I guess I'm going to Jennifer. And if you can tag team if you want. But
Yeah,
Jennifer, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, don't second guess. It's fear that's kicking in because it's so close to the finishing line, and you really are right at that pinnacle of actually wanting to get it set up and started. It's going to end up being a small chain of treat places, is what you will end up getting in about 5 to 6 years' time. But focus on the first one. It is a hell of a leap of faith, but it's going to really pay off. And it's about working for yourself. So make sure you give yourself a little bit of time off. And yes, my spirit guys, I know I need to listen to that as well because I'm terrible at it. Um, but funny enough, I've just had the magic card fly out for you. So you're creating magic, you're creating happiness for others with the treats that you're going to be doing. It really is going to pay off for you. So don't second guess. You're doing exactly the right thing. Hope that makes sense. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's just they were coming in like a train.
It's okay. I mean, however, the spirit moves you. That's what I say.
That's good.
Jennifer, are you still in the house? If not, if someone can ping her, because we always just ask if there's a reading, and if you happen to know Jennifer, ping her to let her know she got a reading. Oh, she's right here. Okay. All right.
Oh, cool.
She says, thanks. I needed this more than you know. I'm here.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Jennifer, I wanted to pull a card for you too. Do you have a specific question, such as more about that, or do you want a general? Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer's in the house saying hello. Michael Zinn was in the house a moment ago. Colin Walker was in the house. Hello, Colin, if you're with us. A lot of people coming on in. I want to say hello to Kay Weezy, who joined us. Sarah, hello. Lorraine, Luke, Jody, Minnie Mouse. And then if I miss them, Love Bug Blues, Allison, hello, hello. Okay. Thank you, Luke. We appreciate that. Minty and I'm sure you appreciate it too, Minty.
I do. It'd be really awkward if I said, no, I don't.
Uh-oh. After the background changed, I knew I was in trouble.
No,
He's like this. It's like this show.
No, it's all good.
Awesome.
I love it.
Hi, Jennifer. Oh, hi, Colin. Jennifer saying hi. Jennifer Rose and Jennifer Lee. Hello, hello. Thank you. Yes, we will take it and ask the universe to have you experience the same, please, my friend. All right, Jennifer. Jennifer, you want a general? All right, let's see what comes up. Oh, I want to go to a different deck. I have to honor that. Okay, so, oh, I love this. This is the Archangel Gabriel card. Okay, and so when this comes in, it lets me know that it is a time to use your voice more, and it's a time to ask the universe to give clarity to what you are saying, and to let go of the fear that you will be misunderstood. Okay, so this is about making sure that the vision is there and then just walking forward and knowing you will have the right words. And Archangel Gabriel comes in to readings, or even a deck, to say, here, use my energy is with you, because it says not to worry, what you have to do and say will be carried forth. It's actually a very nice communication card. So I also got the discovery card for you, Jennifer. And this is, it's interesting because it's coming in a way where I feel like you have ideas, but again, there's a lot of areas that are not connected. So um, I don't think the right people are in the mix. You got to find some of the people to show up to help you build what you want to build. Like I almost want to say partnership. I wouldn't be surprised if you partner with not just one other person, but at least two other people. And also, it's almost like a proposal. I'm not quite sure what you asked prior with Minty. Like it was some type of project you're working on. And you use certain words. I have no idea about that project, but I do think what you're working on needs an official proposal, and it needs alignment with not just you, but with other people to make it happen, and to really trust that you are being divinely guided as it goes forward. And so that's what I'm getting for you. And the last thing was it's like to have peace with what you're doing because you're really helping other people with what you're doing. And that's why it will get off the ground. It's divinely guided. It's about them and everything will fall into place. I hope that makes sense, Jennifer. I don't even know what I'm reading for, but sometimes it's just about this is the energy that's around you and to know that it's bigger than you. And that's why a lot of good things are going to happen. Okay, Jennifer, if you can understand any of that, please let me know. Jennifer.
It's always that delay, isn't it? It's always that
Yeah.
delay. It's so frustrating. It really is.
Hopefully a successful restaurant. Thank you. Okay, got it. Can you understand that you'd be partnering with other people for this restaurant? I'm seeing two men within the mix. Maybe you're still in talks, but can you understand this pursuit is not just with you? Okay. And again, I am really drawn to a proposal being brought to, could be an establishment, a company for you to do what you need to do, but that's in the mix. Okay. But there's pieces where this isn't coming to fruition yet. So it's like, I need some partnership and I need something official for it to go the extra distance and to have faith within that. And I really do think you would help the community. I actually think that I have a landlord. Cool. Do you understand though that there would be business partnership where you're not the only one investing though? Do you understand that? And I could be wrong. I'm just asking, is that the piece in the mix that I'm seeing? Because I do see two men involved with helping get this restaurant involved in some way or another. I just have to comment on that. And I do think, again, the restaurant is altruistic. So it's doing things other than just being a restaurant. I was hoping to help some mothers that don't otherwise have an opportunity to start their own. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. Well, somewhere, I hope I'm not getting the gender wrong, but somewhere in the mix, there's other people involved. And somewhere in the mix, I do see some men involved. It could be just the landlord. I could be wrong, but I just have to acknowledge that even though you'll be one of the project leaders, there's people that need to come in to help get this in motion. And ultimately, I do think you'll be helping a lot of people. It won't be just about food. It won't be just about business. It's a very, very good venture. Just make sure that you're getting paid properly and that everyone is being looked after in a response. This is going to sound weird, but it's almost like as long as people are looked after in a responsible time manner and you are getting paid for your time and energy, I just feel like this place thrives. So be very discerning with management and the way that you manage. Don't put yourself last, and the restaurant will thrive. And that's what I'm getting. Okay, well, I'll be keeping my eyes open. Okay, well, things are in motion, and that's what I get about it. Minty, I'm going to hand it off to you. We can do a collective too to close this out. It's whatever you're guided to do.
Yeah, I can do a collective. I'll happily do a. I always do a 3 card pull when I do a collective because I always say to people, one card resonates, go for one card. If all three cards resonates, go for the three cards. Thank you for liking the t-shirt. I got it in St. Louis when I was there earlier this year as an artist in St. Louis. And we went into his shop. And as soon as I saw two of my favourite things, one, I love Scotland, and two, I love foxes. So a fox playing the bagpipes was just perfect. So that's
It's a
where I
great
go
shirt.
for. It is, I must admit. So yeah, let's do a collective card pull. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know for the remaining week. So we got the first one, Lake of the Ozark cards, and I love that we got the card music. And it is to bring music into our world, working with those vibrations. They uplift us so much. So if you're feeling in a little bit of a slump or a little bit heavy, stick on some music that's going to push you out of it, because that is what is needed. And you know what? You can hear music just by walking out in nature. Birdsong, the river running or flowing, I should say. You know, the wind blowing through the leaves. You can put it all together and it's a beautiful orchestra. So that is what it's all about. But it's bringing that music and it'll bring in peace, calm, and relaxation. The second card we've got is from the UFO deck that we're using. Kind of going with the same thing. We got magic. I never know what the cards are going to be when I turn them over, but I love that we got the magic. So it's look for the magic in the world, look for the happiness, look for the positive, look for what brings us joy and happiness. The world's a bit of a crazy place at the moment. Don't worry about it. Find some peace, find some happiness inside yourself. It's going to uplift you. And then we got one from the Scottish Oracle deck. And I love this one. It's illuminate. When we light ourselves up, we kind of end up lighting other people up around us as well. So being mindful of where I'm directing my energy, make sure you're not getting burnt out, make sure you're not being squashed. Whereas actually, if you're lighting someone else up, they should be lighting the next person up as well. There's a brilliant Chinese proverb: putting out someone else's candle doesn't make yours shine brighter, but lighting many around you, you've got an illumination. And that is what it's about, working, lifting, and supporting each other. And that's what Spirit wants us to focus on this week. So I hope that helps.
Absolutely. Hopefully everybody felt the light within as we were sharing our lights with yours. Beautiful Jennifer. She's talking about the lovely Fran, Fairy Fran, with messages of the Enchanted Realms, and she's saying Fran's doing a little bit better, and she's grateful for the love. So that's great to read that. And also, I just want to say over to Bernadette. Bernadette, I think the last time I was in, you were the last message, and you, I think, stepped away. So if you can look back at the recording from last week, you have a message for you in there. So I think that's divinely orchestrated. So please, Bernadette, know that. Luke, I uplift myself by playing my bagpipes in the woods. That's fantastic.
I love that. That's awesome, dude.
That's fantastic. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Everybody, thank you for being with us here today. Minty, thank you for your wonderful readings, insight, and candor.
Thank you.
You're welcome back anytime. Thank you for being with all of us. Absolutely. With that said, everybody, please go with love, luck, and light, and don't forget to live. We will see you on Friday. So take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Minty.
Thank you.